should use the red one.
Someone's invisible.
Hi, everybody. I am live streaming again. My children are behind me and they will be making noise, so I do apologize. Let me see if I can share this out. You on YouTube. Do. One watching now, and that's me. I'm working on my secret project, which means I can't discuss what it is. But there will be some point in the near future where I go back and I relabel these as what it actually is, and then I will be able to hopefully get those people who care about it to come and watch me as it forms from a script to the final product. I'm just gonna share this out a couple places because obviously this is on my secondary channel. My first secondary primary. My primary channel is Blacklist Universe, if you guys are not already familiar. So come on in, join us as I draw Mike Draws Comics. For those who don't know, I have my own book. It's called Lone Star. It's available at lonestarcomic.com. I get the print books in on the 9th of June, and I will begin fulfillment post-haste. LoneStarComic.com. Get over there. Check it out. Check it outers. If you like it, please do think about subscribing, backing it. You can get issues 1 and 2. Again, they will be starting to ship out June 9th. And but prior to that, if you do purchase the physical copy, I will send you the PDFs of Lone Star 1, Lone Star 2, and Monster Hunt as soon as I get the email from Indiegogo that you are supporting. My name is Mike S. Miller. I am the artist for Injustice 2 from DC Comics. Well, one of 3 main artists. It was a weekly comic book, so. And the Game of Thrones cover artist for Game of Thrones Clash of Kings so far. Actually, I have another one of those to do pretty soon here. But let us begin. Get it out. Get it in. Let us begin. I'm going to go ahead and start drawing. If there are questions, then I will address them. But where is my stylus? Oh, where is my stylus? Got it right here. Until there are questions, comments, concerns, you'll probably just be listening to my kids babble. Are you doing Secret Project? My curiosity is killing me. I am doing Secret Project. He wants to launch in 2 to 3 months, which means the book has to be done in 2 to 3 months. And it's 48 pages, and this is page 9. I am done with page 8. I finished that one up last night. I can tell you guys. Oh, shoot, it's got the name on it. Right, I'll cover up the name.
He's using the red.
There. I have to cover up the name of the project, but you can see here.
Oh my gosh, no way.
They finished page 8. Working on page 9 today. Oop, wrong way. See? Page 8. All right, there it is. The secret continues. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go. Do we even need to see my face, or should I just full screen this? Nah, you want to see my face. God, I need a shower. Anyways, and so anyone asking any questions? So what I've done here is I laid out each individual panel. Right, I went in and I'm like, all right, here's panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, panel 5, and panel 6. Now, this is a bunch of scribbles to you, but I understood what they were, and I do these individually so that I can manipulate. Like, I drew this all out first, larger. And then I kind of like framing out the pages into panels that make sense. I can squeeze them down, fit them appropriately. If I want to do some overlap stuff, I can do that as well. So if I'm going to do another panel here, just so you can get a sense of where the panel breaks are going to be. I'll do one about here. Then I'll do one about, let's call it here. I like to do it on the inch markers. And I'll do one about 4.5, 5. Yeah, those panels don't have to be that big. No, I'll do 4.5. So here. And then these panels I'll just break into thirds. Here. And then oops, here. So that'll be how it breaks down. And then I will still be drawing these panels individually. This is what makes doing this on a tablet so much easier. Why aren't I a mod so I can post links? We're all starting from level 1 here, lol. All right, fine. Oh, that means I have to sign into that account. Switch account. Oh, wait, I haven't shared this out to my create post. Drawing live. Post it there, and then let me go to switch account. Mike draws comics. Now I can mod some folks here. Who should I mod? Who should I mod? Wait. What's going on here?
Gotta hide.
Okay, Silas.
Why don't I see...
We're all going to join red. Wait.
I see Jiminy Cricket on... This is weird. I see him on StreamYard. I don't see him on YouTube.
No, he's using... Silas.
Jiminy Cricket, have you been
He's gonna be
blocked?
everyone through walls.
Why are you not on my YouTube?
In a bar. In 5.
That is weird. All right. Bear with me, guys.
Yes.
I need to go to... where is settings? Community? Moderators?
Yeah.
Hidden users. I've got one hidden user. Why is Jiminy Cricket not appearing on my chat?
Oh my gosh, just look in the chat.
Why does Dennis Peruch have two
Look at the kill chat.
moderator? Thanks. General? All right. Boy, Jiminy, I have no idea what's going on, but I can't even see you. I cannot even see you, my brother.
No matter how far.
That is very strange.
You're welcome.
Can everybody else see Jiminy Cricket's comments?
Silas, no.
I know. I can see you on StreamYard. I just can't see you there. Do you want to jump in here and chat? I find either way. I'm a mod on 2 out of 3. Moderated. He's right there, says Mark Anthony. Moderated. Peter Sharon.
Everyone's gonna start leaving.
I don't know about this Peter Sharon guy.
Dang it.
What do you guys think? I only see P Money and Mark Anthony. Yeah, that's all I see too. There's 8 people watching. Could everybody who's watching just say watching just real quick so I can... There's 9 people watching, so including me, there should be 7 or 8 people. Just say watching.
No.
I just want to know.
The gun's not working.
If everyone, why are there invisible people? Okay, I see David. I see David. I see Mark Anthony. I see Peter
Shoot
Sharon.
him with the gun. Okay, I just got back in business.
We go to... Yeah. This is bizarre. Well, I suppose it's not. Why are you blocked? You're not blocked though. This is. I am muy frustrado. I'm gonna drop Elliot a link, see if he wants to come in. Probably not. He's probably busy. I'll drop Germany Cricket in my shoe. We'll see what the problem is. Doop doop.
Stream has like the worst anti-pirate.
Hey, could somebody go turn the AC down to like 90 or 93, 73?
Okay.
And get me a bottle of water while you're at it.
What?
Yeah, do everything for me, would you? Thank you. That's why I have kids, to do everything for me.
No.
All right. Well, I see you on the StreamYard, so I can respond to you there, if whatever.
That level and I can't lie.
93. Yeah. Yeah.
I say I'm really
Romper room. You got it. You got it. You got the gag. Just hand me the bottle.
On the floor now. Gotta get it.
Thank you, kind sir.
So-
Man, I did so good,
All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into the illustratione. What was panel 1? Let's go to panel 1 first. And I will flesh out. Can you guys see? Do you understand what's happening in this panel? Here, let me turn this. All right. So we've got a figure. And he's like, and he's clutching his chest. Well, obviously you saw the last thing, so you saw him get stabbed. Actually, no, he got stabbed a little lower, so I'm going to have him. But I don't want to be in his heart because then he would have just been dead. So let's move this over. And this is going to be sloppy because this is just a breakdown layer. So after my breakdown layer, obviously I tighten up. This here is what I would refer to as a very loose layout, right? Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did you send me daughters when I asked for sons? All right, so here we go. So I can just do the rough structural stuff here. The posing is done in the layout. Dropping down some structural work. Here is the point of the breakdown. So you see, I am not doing any clothes or anything yet, but that will be an important part. So he's bracing his hand up on the wall, and then
You say, let's see
his hip is cocked here because he's leaning against the building. The other character still evilly looming against him. Mike lights it.
What did you say?
Peter.
Roast up happiness.
Peter, this is why you don't have a wrench. All right, so basic builds. Because these guys do have clothes on, I don't have to get too overpowered with or too detailed on the anatomy, right? That's why I can just throw down my basic structure and then let the fabric do the talking when they're fully clothed. So I don't have to draw, every bicep and every tricep and every thing. So does that make more sense? What's happening here? I actually do want to have his arm like
the guy said, let's see how you know about hacks.
So, if I was worried about muscles, I'd be like, well, the muscle comes here, and then it comes over here, and then you'd probably see the top of the tricep. And then, although I don't know if I'd want to make him that buffed, but then that all just it's too much noise for the clothing I want to drape over him. I just want to make sure I have the structure down sound before I move on to panel 2, which is Biceps and triceps are more Kevin's thing.
No.
All right, so let's see. He's gonna. The hand is gonna come this way. You know what? I'm gonna scooch this whole panel down a little bit because you're not going to be able to read the action if it's not. If I don't have enough room. All right, so I'll bring his hand. Yeah, this will be an upshot. So the knife is going to be here. Let's get on to business to defeat the Huns. Oh, geez, now you got that song in my head.
Did they send down?
When I asked for sons, and then
So back up, go home.
I make a man out of you. The chat is funny tonight. Tonight, Peter, where are you that it is night? It is 4:24 where I am. Oh, I guess you could be anywhere. So let's do, this will be his tricep area here. And then his arm. So I will be able to have some folds here. Yes, you see it. He is whacking his arm in half. Wah! Bone. Bone on bone. Schlock. We're going to have some blood or something on the knife like this.
Melee crate? I'll go for a character case. It's a good character.
That. And it rips. Tugs away a little bit at the
Wait, why double
sleeve.
jump on?
All right, I'm not going to worry too much
Only
about the
certain
clothing
enough
just yet. I just want to get a good read. Yes, this panel definitely needs to be shrunk down because
Thanks a lot. Nice.
right, this is the panel where the guy drops down to his knees. Oh, head down. He's obviously going to be gushing blood from a stump here. Squirting blood.
No, there's a guy in front of me.
Tease but a scratch. Your arm's off. No, it isn't. And then I'll just kind of drop his other arm because he's like, oh my gosh. Forget it. I'm dead, dude.
Same guy.
Crumple up his body a bit. And then down on your knees on the hard concrete.
Mysterious as the dark side. The moon.
And then the looming presence of his executioner. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Now you have the contrast here of a crumpling up dude. What's the left arm? I'm going to put his hand over here on the side just because it's creepy. And then you're going to have the blood here. Blood coming down off his chest. I was half thinking that was a centaur.
Oh, come on.
Monty Python level blood. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Right? So you have the contrast. He's here. This guy is rigid. I don't want his head in the. That's the thing. I want his head unseen. Just like this looming figure of death above him. It's powerful and young
No,
and
I don't have the
bladed. Ooh, yeah, that's a good. See if I can do that. That'll kind of give the his arm becomes sort of a scythe, right? Scythe, a
Oh my
scythe.
gosh. It's so slow. I hate you though.
Oh, how did I miss a headshot? Everything was right there.
Just rigid angles rigid stiffness and unbendable, unyielding will. Which means I might have to actually scoot this panel up. Oh, actually, yeah, I probably will.
No! He got stabbed.
Either that or I could just darken him up and make him kind of broody. Jason, I sent you the link if you did want to pop in on Facebook.
Oh, they're right there. I didn't even see you. I thought you were a corpse.
All right, so something along those lines.
Your body's scary. Behind us, right?
I headshot him. What did he want?
Let's see if I.
Bruh.
I think that works.
Oh my god.
All right, and then this panel.
You are the worst participant.
Blood from the brush of Gary Shipman, artist pro, the creator of Packin's Land, comes Titan, Mouse of Might. Dude, there's only 8 people in here, and all of them have already bought Titan Mouse of Might. What's up, Jamie?
Whatever right now.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
I can.
Good. Doing well, thanks.
Right on. Oops. So, what's going on in your neck, oh, the woods?
Well, my closet in my bedroom collapsed
Oh no.
days ago,
No.
and so I had to clean it out. I had to patch some holes in the wall, and now have to find a new sort of closet system to hang our stuff on.
Home Depot.
It'll be fun.
That's what the Home Depot's for, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might just buy it on Amazon because I think it's gonna be cheaper that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that and have a few freelance jobs I'm working on, doing some stuff for AAA and things. So
AAA. What's AAA?
what? Stop it!
What?
Are you pulling a Math Weldon on me?
No.
You don't know what AAA is?
Spider-Man killed me. Not
It's the car.
Oh, I thought it was like some comic book thing.
No.
Oh, you mean
AAA.
like real work?
That means you're
Yeah,
drunk.
real world work.
Sorry, I'm not. We don't deal with real world stuff a lot here.
Haha.
Yeah, so I'm doing some postcards for them.
We just do a lot of high fantasy malarkey where we pretend we can make a living doing comic books.
Well, that's as long as the check clears, it's real work too.
Yeah. True.
But right now I'm working on a drawing for
95
Vicky
damage.
Verse.
95
Yeah.
damage.
Vicky Verse commission.
Not really a commission. She won a free drawing from me
Oh, okay.
because she subscribed to my channel.
10 HP.
Right on. Right on. Did you get the news about Lone Star not fulfilling until June?
Yes, but that wasn't that already on track. I mean, that doesn't seem.
Well, I wanted to be in fulfillment during May.
Oh, okay,
I wanted to be launching the
Oh
Magnificent
my
7 in
gosh,
June,
I
but
hate it.
gotcha. It's not that bad. I mean,
it's
over.
it
So-
just puts me over time for me. So I have a schedule I want to keep, which is you know what? All things work for good.
Stop
Yeah,
I'll just take it at that. And
Yeah.
having a good time.
it'll give me more time to work on the mystery project before I have to start fulfilling. So
cool. Good. I saw that one panel you're working on with the guy slicing the guy's arm off. I was like, ooh, ouch.
oh yeah, it gets worse.
Good.
Shot. Whoa,
Excellent.
whoa, good shot.
I know. I just spent an hour talking about not doing stuff that you don't want your kids to see, and I'm like, oh, great. Now I have to draw this,
Well,
but that's okay. I'll let my kids see it.
your kids are giving you suggestions.
See, here's the thing. There's a difference between like pornography and like violence is that most kids, most people aren't prone to like see a picture of someone getting beheaded and be like, gosh, darn it, that makes me want to go behead someone.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But porn has a different effect usually.
Yeah. It depends on, I don't know, for me, how graphic the violence is. I mean,
Oh, so really graphic violence does make you want to go kill someone?
no, I can't. I don't like seeing it. So it's, I mean, what you do is fine, but I mean, like if I see, I don't know. Okay, like the what was it? Invincible. That comic.
Yeah.
That comic gets pretty graphic in terms of violence.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't let my kids read that. It's too much. Whereas what you just drew, my 12-year-old saw it.
Well, he hasn't chopped his head off yet.
Well, okay. What is he doing? Is it like cutting him up for breakfast? Why? I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
He's having a rage moment.
Wow.
Okay, I'll turn.
What a moment.
In this panel, he's chopping off his head, and in this panel, he's stabbing his head to a wall with the knife.
Okay.
So you were saying, go back to what you were saying.
Maybe I wouldn't let my 12-year-old read that one either. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because this book has nudity in it too. The novel does, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And he's like, no, I don't want you to. That's I agree. He's like, he's like, I do want certain scenes to be really, really violent, and I'm like,
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Help! I think you are too big. My God.
Because the point though isn't gratuitous violence. The point is to show the depravity of the man at a certain moment or certain moments in time.
Gotcha.
It is something that the character is fighting against his own depravity, and so if you can't have the depravity, you can't fight the depravity. So
yeah.
And he wants that to be visceral, so I get it.
I got you. Looks good.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Very cool.
Schlock. But yeah, that's kind of the same conversation I had with George when he wanted me to do George R.R. Martin when he wanted me to do Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, I've heard you saying you're not going to draw nudity, and there's a lot of nudity in I'm like, yeah, but that it's implied and that it's actually illustrated are two different things. So I can use the discretion of the artist to get away from having to actually draw, stuff that's being implied.
Right.
Oh, okay. Then he's all, well, I know you're a devout Christian, and there's going to be there's homosexual characters in the book. I'm like, George, I've read all 5 of these novels, and there's only implied homosexuality.
Right.
Like, yeah, but in the later books, it might be more explicit. And I'm like, you know how long it would take to get through 5 of your novels? I'm fairly sure I'll be dead before I get to that point in the story.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Yeah. He's all right. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because George is a pretty far left guy, but
really? Okay.
He's like, he has no problem working with a devoutly born again Christian.
Right.
He's not one of those.
Okay.
One of the
GW.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And he's fiercely loyal too.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we were working with the DeBells for a really long time, and he was always like, people are always trying to come to him and say, hey, why don't you do Game of Thrones with us and blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm gonna dance with the ones that brung me. And it had to get pretty ridiculous. And the DeBells had to agree. That's how Dynamite ended up with the Game of Thrones license, by the way.
How?
They agreed. The DeBells were in some financial issues, as you could imagine. And so Dynamite made a deal with them that they would pay off their debt all the people that they had debt to, and then the DeBells would essentially work with Dynamite or for Dynamite to get them other new licenses.
Oh.
Because Les DeBell has this bizarre talent, a gift from God, that he can approach people and get licenses for stuff.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I mean, he got George to do Hedge Knight and stuff years before it was even
Mm-hmm.
on HBO's radar.
Wow.
So
Cool.
and Anita Blake and Robert Jordan and Robert Silverberg
Mm-hmm.
and gosh, who else? Richard Knack. So many, New York Times best-selling authors. And so that was the deal.
Right.
And so, but the deal was that Dynamite got the licenses, right?
Cool.
So Dynamite ended up with the license for Game of Thrones.
Wow.
And
That's a good deal. Cool.
Yeah. Good deal for them because they only paid it. They paid pennies on the dollar for the debt that they owed people.
Uh-huh.
That the DeBells owed. The DeBells never thought, oh, hey, why don't I make offers to these people to say, hey, I'll give you. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I'll give you 30 cents on the dollar,
Right.
if you'll accept this as a buyout.
Mhm.
It's like, okay. And they're like, well, that it just means that that this project may or may not ever make money, and if it does, then you'll get your percentage over this length of time or whatever, or you can just take 30 cents on the dollar right now. Who's not going to take that, right? So
That's cool.
I don't feel like that's right. Joe K says, I gave a lot of money to George because of that comic.
Ouch, man. I'm looking at that middle panel. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm going to actually bring this out a little. I don't know if I want to bend that knife in another direction or not. Feels like it's, oops.
So you basically lay everything out in Photoshop, and then you print that out, and then you ink directly on the blue lines that you print out?
Usually I'll do a loose breakdown just to drop all the structure in.
Right.
And when I'll print it out, and then I'll go in with pencil and add.
Tighten it up.
Yeah.
Mm.
This hand is in the wrong direction. All right. Yeah, it works. It works. Saves some time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do want to do. I want to stick as closely as possible to my original first breakdown.
Right.
Because that's my loosest.
Mm-hmm. When it's freshest.
Yeah. No, that's
I'm glad you're doing it by hand, though.
by hand.
Traditionally, once you start actually inking and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
looks I don't know. I think it looks better.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't like the Cintiq. I'm using it out of practicality,
Mm-hmm.
It is because I can move all this stuff around and
Right.
delete whatever very simply. Does that not look right either? I think I need to move him further back. See, these are the kind of things, if I had to erase and redo that.
Oh yeah. There are different benefits to working digitally. It's just I don't know. I know for me personally, I get much more enjoyment working traditionally.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
So, and I guess level of satisfaction is a factor. But I mean, you work so quickly in both formats that I don't know. I mean, is it any faster for you to work digitally? I mean, when you work from beginning to end, all through all stages.
Uh, I I think it is just, and it's more about. It really is more about the quality, about the ability to make sure that, if, dude, just the mistakes I made on this panel with where everything was and the length of his arm and the positioning, dude, that I would have had to redo that. And granted, it may have only been a few minutes of erasing,
Right.
but a few minutes is a few minutes, and you're doing that over the. If I make,
Exactly.
5 mistakes on a page that require something like that, that's a half an hour to an hour of redrawing.
Yep.
Well, maybe not that much. I tend to do my breakdowns fairly loose, so
Yeah.
and that's
But
where
your,
I want to
your
catch on.
point is well taken. It's much faster to make those corrections on a computer.
Yeah.
Than it is to erase, redraw, redraw.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, when you're like drawing something like a cover or something, and then you don't realize that you're like a half an inch off center. And then if you're drawing it, you're like, oh, screw it. I've worked on this for 2 hours. I'm not going to redraw it once I realize I'm off kilter a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a computer, you're just like select, drag.
Cool. Done. Perfect.
Schlock. That's the sound effect for that. Schlock. Oh man, you started early. Victor, what do you mean I started early? I'm drawing, man. Drawing, baby. Joe says, and that Hedge Knight comic got me into A Song of Ice and Fire. Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry, I didn't read that first one first. Yeah, like and share, ladies and gentlemen. Like and share.
No.
So did you catch any of
Easy.
any of you know what? I need to reduce this because this is not going to be my big panel. God Squad?
I did not. No. Why? What did you talk about?
Culture War. David Rogers actually. Nobody else. None of the heads were in there. So David Rogers. I just threw the link in the chat, and David Rogers came in, and we talked Culture War.
Cool. Check it out later on.
Do it.
I'm lasering people.
The never-ending war, the culture war.
Yeah. The war the right cedes too much ground to, and always have.
Yeah.
You don't have the hand cannon.
Yeah. Maybe if we're nice to them, they'll be nice to us. Nope.
You know what? Switzerland never won a war.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. It's unfortunate, but
You can't be neutral and fight the culture war.
Oh,
Kill myself.
dude, I just stored that girl.
Share out, please. Yes, thank you, Mark Anthony. Please and thank you.
Oh, double tap.
All right.
I thought it was really funny how I was completely invisible to you on YouTube.
Yeah, how weird is that?
Yeah. Now I can make fun of you and you won't even know.
Well, I can see it in StreamYard. That was the weird thing, is you're not blocked on YouTube. I can see you on StreamYard, but you weren't appearing to me or a couple other people.
Huh. Yeah, it's odd. I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure out StreamYard. I was able to, for a New York minute, I was able to figure out how to stream to both Facebook and YouTube and get comments from Facebook to show up in the chat on YouTube. But then I did something and I lost those settings. So
Oh, really?
now I'm trying to refigure how I did it the first time so I can, again, be able to stream on both platforms at the same time.
Hmm.
But it's a pretty cool software, and I think they just released an option where you're able to do group chats on via Restream.
I hate your
And
Why?
well, you may have to have a paid subscription to it.
Wait, group chats.
Yeah,
That's gonna crash on me.
through Restream.
I think Isaac.
I just
I
got
didn't
an
know
email, I think like yesterday or day before.
Hmm.
So it'll be like StreamYard, but
Oh my gosh.
you know, I think it's more limited. I think there's a maximum 4 people, and StreamYard I think is like 6. But, you know,
Everyone's in
competition is good. There are a lot of different. I mean, especially with Zoom and everything, with the whole COVID-19. I think all these different companies are trying to figure out ways to do group chatting and stuff. So that's good for us.
No.
Get her.
Yeah, our church was doing some. We did like high school group last week. We did a Zoom
Oh.
meeting.
Cool. Neat. Yeah, my friends from college started doing Zoom meetings like every Saturday a few weeks ago. So,
I'm having a blow.
which I find kind of interesting. I don't know if I would do that every week, but
Wait, it's
it's
only.
good seeing people you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah. No, we could totally do high school reunion.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get like a concussion.
Like again, we just did that, but in real life.
yeah.
Are you guys still on lockdown? I don't know. My wife's over at her friend's house, so
We're not where I am, but it varies from, I think, city to city, state to state, county to county.
county to county. Yeah, LA is, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, I hit him again in midair. Bro, I'm lasering him.
Like the next town over, you're still required to wear masks every time you go to some store, you know, by city ordinance. But in my town, they lifted those restrictions this month.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting. If I'm not forced to wear it, though, I don't. So,
I don't know. I'm kind of quitting.
you kind of quitting?
Fuego.
Yeah,
No way.
the face mask thing. It's like
Fuego.
last time I wore one, my black face mask
Uh huh.
into Walmart, but I wore it without the filter inside, just because.
You wore a black face mask? That's not good, Mike. That's not good.
Dude, my black face mask is red.
Black face isn't good, Mike.
Oh,
I would.
I wore my black face mask the other day, and
yeah. That's funny.
everybody.
I literally have. Yeah, it's a. Oh darn it! What's that guy's name? Al Jolson. I have an Al Jolson mask.
Oh no, Mike!
It's awesome, dude. We should check it.
Mike wore his Mr. Popo mask out to the store.
I said he's getting fun.
All right, blood.
Yeah, I got to get my my TeePublic site sorted out. So I mean, I do. TeePublic sells face masks now, so you can you know, all your designs
Yeah.
can be on face masks. But I haven't made any designs specifically for face masks,
All right.
and
No.
I need to make time to do that.
I need to get one of my kids to actually actively do all my TeePublic and Shopify store stuff.
You
Because
should
I know, right?
hire Eden or Elijah.
Eden has schoolwork still. I don't
Ah.
know why. Yeah, maybe I'll get Elijah to do it.
Yeah.
Or Isaac. Isaac, you want a job?
Ooh, Isaac.
Can I make a website? I don't know.
I have the website. It's not the making of it. It's the maintaining of it.
Give Isaac a cut for everything you sell.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Did you see Doug? Doug said he put his Shopify. I've had a Shopify store forever, and I just don't. I don't put new stuff on it. He said he put a bunch of his books and original art on Shopify.
Yeah.
Made $8,000 in a day.
Yeah. Yeah, he sold out. I went over there to try to look for stuff, and it was like sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. I was like, dang it.
What do people think he's gonna die?
They're trying to get it signed before.
Right.
I'm just killing all of
So this here is about the breakdown level I'll do, and then I'll print it out, and then I'll tighten it up in pencils.
Nice. Dang it. Pretty. I gotta get up. I can't see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
Dang it, I could have got this.
Man, that old man must be tough. How's he still stumbling around?
Oh, after he was stabbed?
Stabbed into the chest, came out through his back. It's like, dang.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's in his death thrall right here, where he's leaning against the wall, trying to.
That's harsh.
Yep.
I'm trying to run. Okay.
easy.
Yeah, and this is the dude who's supposed to be
You can't kill me from nowhere.
finding a repentance,
Kill me if that
however you want to phrase it.
Right. Seeking redemption.
Yeah.
I gotta kill.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just-
First you have Superman punching the Joker's heart out. Now you have a guy getting his head whacked off and pinned to a wall.
Yeah.
You're moving up.
I just had-
Next you'd be doing comics about Hannibal Lecter. Interesting idea.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's the headshot.
Hannibal, you
Bro,
say?
stop missing my shots.
How about if I do the actual Hannibal instead?
Get away, no.
Oh, the historical one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that his brother was sacrificed to Molech?
Was sacrificed to who?
Molech.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his brother was a child sacrifice.
I used my concussion rifle the second.
I wonder what kind of effect that had on him.
Probably not a positive one.
Right?
Isaac just shot me across the map.
What are we doing this weekend, Dad? We're gonna sacrifice your brother to the god Molech.
Boy, oh boy.
What?
Come on, guys. Where'd you go? Come on.
Some idiot shot me.
Don't tell him. It's a surprise.
Yeah,
Can you keep a secret?
it's his birthday present.
His birthday.
Monday.
Oh man.
Did you know they wouldn't sacrifice infants? They would sacrifice 5-year-old kids. Because at 5, you were sure that the kid was going to survive anyways. There was such a high infant mortality rate.
Oh.
Sacrifice wasn't meaningful if you're sacrificing an infant, because it might not survive anyways.
Doesn't count because the kid's probably gonna die anyway.
Right. Right. Oh, grim, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad I
grim.
was born in the late 20th century.
Easy.
Look, Micah, I was about to
Hey,
hit
you
him.
have a golden gun. I don't want to be one of you. You garbage trash boy. I bet emo. Favorite emote that hurts. Easy.
Bars opened up here in.
I get an emote.
Let's see. Mike, you should do a graphic novel about the fall of Constantinople, talking about epic story with intrigue, action, treachery, Christianity versus Islam. And ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Lol.
I got the duck.
Yeah.
That could be very cool.
Have you seen that? What was it? It was the history of the Bible that DC put out back in the 70s.
No.
It was I think it was drawn. Well, the covers were drawn by Joe Kubert. The interiors were drawn by Nestor Redondo, who used to work on Swamp Thing.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful work. Beautiful. I mean, I always refer to, again, I always talk about him, but Matthew Weldon's work reminds me a lot of Nestor Redondo. It's very organic, very yeah, just naturalistic, just great, wonderful art. They only came out with one volume though, and I always wish that they had come out with other volumes. I think the first volume just covered I think it ended with
That's the
Oh my
cowboy.
gosh.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
As you
Hey, hold on. Could you be a little more quiet? I'm not asking you to be absolutely quiet, but just tone it down a little bit.
But yeah, I always wish that they had continued with the series.
Yeah.
Target.
So I don't know. Maybe
Well, they
one.
missed out because look at the Action Bible's like the best-selling comic book freaking of all time. I think they really should have just done the whole thing and then compiled it into a trade. They would have had a perpetual moneymaker for all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. It was it's really well done. Who knows? Maybe one day someone will pick it back up and decide to continue it.
And they don't have to now. They have the Action Bible.
They have what?
They have the Action Bible now.
What's the Action Bible? I'm not familiar with it.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
It's the Bible. It's by Sergio Cariello. It takes I think all the books. Is it all the books of the Bible, Isaac?
Mm,
And it's
not all of them.
yeah, they're doing a new one, and I think
Really?
it's got another 144 pages in it. But it's like this thick. It's like an inch and a half thick, and it's the Bible, book by book, I think, and just
Is it in comic book format?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and it's like the best-selling book of all time, or best-selling comic. I don't know of all time, but certainly for I think it's in 2 million.
I'm hacking.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so not all time, but I think maybe graphic novel wise it is.
Okay.
'Cause it's a huge graphic novel, and they've sold 2 million copies of it so far.
Wow.
Right? Who knew? If you did an adaptation of the best-selling book ever, you might have the best-selling book ever.
Jump scare.
Hmm. Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
Golly! Nixie says 50 minutes ago and got no notification. I'm sorry. Nixie says there's a Bible collection from DC with Joe Kubert on art at the Kindle store.
First time.
There's one.
Please, someone
Nothing?
kill a guy.
Nothing?
I can't kill anyone with stinking stupid 50 damage.
Hmm.
I haven't seen, nor have I heard.
Have you ever met Joe Kubert?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
There was
No.
someone there. I thought it was just a dead corpse flying in the air.
A friend of mine went to.
Meet
his,
freaking Jack Kirby because I knew people that knew him when I moved to San Diego.
right.
I was gonna knife him like
My wife met Stan Lee.
Wow. Cool.
There's a picture somewhere, hopefully still in the house, of her in voodoo costume sitting on Stan Lee's lap.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
You never met him?
No,
What? Mike.
Huh? I
Mike.
didn't have the opportunity.
That should have been number one on your to-do list.
Well,
Because he went to San Diego fairly often, didn't he? The Comic-Con? See?
Yeah. Yeah, my friend Oli, you know Oli, right?
Mhm.
Oli like freaking knocked him down once.
Wow.
Just like running through the con and turn around a corner and just plowed
Oh,
into
you get
Ouch.
win.
just eat it.
Dang. You don't run into Stan Lee.
him.
That's what we're scared of.
Like running into the Pope.
yeah, Pope of Comics, right?
Yeah, he is.
I always say Stan Lee is the only truly famous person in comics.
Isaac, no.
Yeah, he is.
If
he is.
auto ammo
I
on
mean,
everyone,
no normie, no casual normal knows, who Steve Ditko is, who Jack Kirby is,
That's right.
those
If
guys.
you ask any normie who created Superman, they'll say Stan Lee.
Right, exactly.
Down.
Yeah. My mom knows who Stan Lee is, and she's in her 80s, so she doesn't know who anyone else is. But
Because he was smart enough to make himself the voice of Marvel.
Yeah.
Right?
and it was great. It was great for Marvel.
Yep. Greetings, true believers. Welcome
Yeah.
to another episode of Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Serious, I love that. Whenever
Yeah.
he would do those introductions,
Yeah.
for Spider-Man, for Incredible Hulk, I mean, it's just like,
Genius, dude.
yeah,
It was genius. It was
great
great.
marketing.
It's Jinx. That is indeed.
Oh my gosh, I just pooped on my.
I've seen like old interviews he did like back in the like late '60s, early '70s on talk shows and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
promoting Marvel Comics, and it's just like he was just a real showman in terms of he was so enthusiastic about what he did. It was infectious. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to watch.
Your dad's side.
Comics does need a new ambassador.
Yeah.
Die.
I vote Todd,
The whole Akbar.
which is funny because I'm not even a fan of Todd as an artist, but I'm a super fan of Todd as a businessman.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tom McFarlane's art to an extent because
In the present?
I like the style, but at the same time, I mean, I obviously I see its obvious flaws, but yeah, no, he's an
Oh my gosh.
incredible businessman,
Yeah.
and I just don't know if I mean, he seems to be kind of reclusive
Getting past
in
level.
terms of he's not like out there like Stan Lee was,
Still on
So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe one day someone will emerge to be that advocate for comics in general.
one shot.
Well, I mean, he did make $3.4 million on his last Kickstarter. His first Kickstarter. Let me correct.
Yeah. But I mean, no one really knows who. I mean, again, in terms of the actual average person, no one knows who Tom McFarlane is.
No, that's what I'm saying. Someone has to become the ambassador for
Right.
comics, like Stan Lee used to be.
Right. Yeah.
Now.
I don't know if it's possible.
I
I think it may not be.
Get golden done.
I think for it to become possible, it would have.
So hard.
I'm not saying this person will do it, but someone like Mitch Breitweiser, who's actively putting his comic books out in terms of the general public seeing them, could do it. I mean, you have to have someone who has.
Now, I
Yeah.
like Mitch. I'm friends with Mitch, and I support Mitch in everything that he's doing.
I killed the
But Mitch does not have the charisma.
No, I know that. No, what I'm saying is it has to be someone who has something in the public eye, like Mitch does.
Yeah.
But Mitch can't do it because he's too withdrawn. He's too introverted.
Yeah.
It has to be someone who is out there. I mean, if say like Cyberfrog had a situation like the Breitweisers do, where they're like his book is like everywhere in grocery stores and 7-Elevens and stuff, then Ethan could do it. But again, his book is on no one sees it.
Ethan has too much baggage.
Yeah, that might be true. But yeah, it has to be someone who is willing to
Hey, you stinking screen.
go out there and press the flesh, so to speak.
Screen peeker. You screen
Yeah.
peeker, dog. You just screen peeked me again. Super sweaty guys.
Maybe it'll be you.
After the guys that
No. I got baggage too.
You got baggage.
oh my gosh.
You got more issues than a comic book store.
Oh! Whoa, I just pitched my leg.
Like Mitch, I like the guy, but not fulfilling Red Rooster was a big nope. Yeah, that's he's gonna have to deal with that.
1 HP boy Steve.
You read the books though, right? That have come out from
No, I have them. I haven't read them yet.
Mike. Well, you're busy, so I mean, maybe
I'm a little bit busy. Thanks for noticing.
too busy making comments to read them, but they are good. So
Yeah, you know how offended I was when John Byrne told me that back
What?
when I was a kid and I was still reading comics. I was like, "What comics do you read now?" And he's like, "I don't have time to read comics." What? How dare you?
now you see what he
I'm
meant.
like, I don't have time to read comics.
Mm-mm-mm.
I read Doug's comics. They were fairly quick reads. So
Whose comics?
Doug Tenaple.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
What'd you think? You like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoy his comics. What I like about them is that they are all ages.
Yeah, I liked Bigfoot Bill better than Earthworm Jim.
Mm.
Thank you.
I think
Yeah.
there was more meat to it.
Mm-hmm. And that might be because Earthworm Jim is already sort of a known quantity, and I think he's telling his story, his backstory over the course of issues. I think he might be approaching it differently than he's approaching Bigfoot Bill.
I hate these guns. Every single one of the guns in the start.
But no, I've enjoyed Bigfoot Bill quite a lot.
Oh, no. Now it's getting better.
Looking forward to
Thanks, man. Jeez.
future issues.
For somebody asked earlier, what am I drawing? This is the secret project, so I can't.
Secret project.
Secret. I've got a secret. Jeremiah Jones says Bigfoot Bill was a lot better than Earthworm Jim.
Mm.
That's what I said.
He's agreeing with you, Mike.
Yeah.
The people's falling. The people's falling.
Secret. I've got a secret.
Why are always being targeted? None of my teammates
Mitch's
are
art
dying.
is fine, but the man's superpower is being awkward. Being awkward, man. That's how you get the hot chicks.
Mm.
I swear, how gay. I killed myself.
Micah, why don't you go play on the Xbox? Mike is channeling his misfits, I see.
Please don't. Why does everyone target?
Yeah, I cannot wait to announce this book. Actually, I told
That's it.
what time did you beg out yesterday? Were you on the after stream?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I don't remember how long everybody was there.
We got off around I think like 4:30 or something, my time. So it's probably another 3 hours afterwards.
Yeah. That's how we do the after stream.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
I
think some of the
I don't
fans
know.
love being in on that conversation.
For me, it's almost like being in school, and it is. I learn a lot listening to other people talk about their views on art and comics and stuff. So I enjoyed listening to you guys talk.
It was I feel what you're saying. And that kind of we're just talking about business and the business of comics and whatnot, and it did really feel like I have that private group called Creators Together, and that's kind of what I want from it. I want people to sit down together and brainstorm, talk about what works, what doesn't work, and And it's all a bunch of inside baseball, and I'm sure the fans would find it interesting, but you have to be able to talk freely about certain things. So, and certain things you don't want to be talking about in public.
Right. Yeah.
I did tell Jason what the secret project was.
I've already forgotten it.
Oh, good.
I know nothing. I see nothing.
Excellent. Right. But how, the plans, my plans are long term. Otherwise I wouldn't put off my universe, Lone Star, in order to do someone else's project.
Right.
It's not for the money, because I could roll into the next campaign and just blow that out. It's for the longer term success of Blacklist Universe.
Right. Yep.
Peter says, anyone in chat ever used the XP pen drawing tablet? Oh, he's talking to people in chat. All right. Joe says, frankly, all these artificially inflated prices do not good. Justifies the price. There was an after stream? Oh, well, yes. Oh, wait, what is he talking about? Okay, guys, does the art and story justify a $100 price point? For what? What's got a $100 price point?
$100. Oh, maybe he's talking about over the course of the entire story.
Oh,
brand these books. Like if a story takes 4 books to tell, $25 a book. Maybe that's what he means.
Oh, that's up to you. Because what you're doing oops, hold on a second. I'm supposed to have a missing tooth. What you're doing is backing the project. It's not a store, Micah, a little quieter, please. It's not a store. You're backing a project. You are a investor, so to speak. Not in the sense of, oh, you're investing in something that's going to make you a bunch of money. But and I don't want to say it's a charity either, but you are investing in the idea of helping someone to bring a comic to market. At some point, yeah, if you just want to be super patient and wait, you can get the the unsigned pamphlet version, whatever, eventually from some other outlet. But right now you're investing in the creation of a universe as far as mine is concerned. And if my plans do come to fruition, then you're going to have, I'm not going to say it's going to be worth $1 billion. It's not. But you're going to have something that other people won't have down the road. Other people won't have access to except through, secondary markets. Because, I'm not printing gazillions of extra copies of anything. I hate towing this line. I am against the idea of saying that, these comics are going to be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars someday. They might be. They may well be. Thousands. They may be worth thousands. They may be worth millions. No, I'm just kidding. Because that's not how I want people supporting me to support me, as if, dude, if you want to invest in something, go invest in gold, go invest in Bitcoin. If you want to invest in seeing my vision come to fruition, that has a different value than money,
Yep. That's why I back these books.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to be worth, probably not going to be the next Hulk 181, but I do want to see the books made. And so I'm willing to pay a little extra to see these stories get printed and into my grubby little hands. And
Victor, is it worth it to you? Well, that's completely subjective.
Shut up. Your house.
It's going to be worth it to some people. It's not going to be worth it to other people. Hey, if they want to wait, that more power to them, because I'm gonna want an audience
Mm-hmm.
buying those
Their
$2,
backs.
$2, 24 page floppies
Mm-hmm.
from whatever outlet I can get them into in the future,
Mm-hmm.
right? And maybe if you already have the $25 signed limited edition, you're not going to want the $2 one. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's different markets, different people. Mike is one of the exceptions, says Joe K, in this new crowdfunding scene. He is working constantly, but other people think they can draw an issue every 2 years and charge $200. To each their own. You know what? That's someone was commenting on Twitter today about the success of Sean Gordon Murphy and how he should be spending time on YouTube and doing the blah blah blah. And I'm like,
why?
He did $100,000 in 15 hours.
Yeah.
He didn't need all that. He's like, well, he could make more.
He can make more.
He doesn't want to be a YouTuber. He wants to make comics.
Yeah.
I want to make comics. My goal in life has never been to be a freaking YouTube personality, and I don't want it to be. I want my YouTube presence to help so people get to know me. But I have never. My goal in life is to make a freaking comic book universe.
Yeah. Every second that Sean Gordon Murphy would spend on YouTube is a second he would not be spending making comics.
That's right.
He wants his comics to be coming out on a regular basis, twice a year, maybe, who knows, maybe more frequently. He needs to spend that time drawing and writing.
Yeah. Plus he's still working at DC. He's got that whole Gordon verse or Murphy verse, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Gordon verse.
I mean, unless he's someone like Doug who can both YouTube and do his comic at the same time.
Well, Doug can't either. I mean, Doug YouTube's an hour a day, and that's kind of a good kind of way to handle it. And then only he'll do something else. But he doesn't want to be a YouTuber either. I don't want to be. And if you want to be in comics, you just want comics to be your sideline, your side job that kind of a secondary thing. There's nothing wrong with that either, right? I'm not telling anybody how to run their business. That's fine. If you want to complain about people doing it one way or the other, hey, that's their business. If you want to support them, support them. If you don't, then don't. If you want to support me, support me. If you don't, then don't. It's a free country. I'm just glad to be in a country that we have these options available to us. That I can go to my supporters and say, hey, would you like to support me in this endeavor? And they can say yes or no. And they've said no. And they've said yes. And I like yes better.
Yes is always better when you're trying to sell something.
Yeah, that's right. Sean Gordon Murphy is being shilled by his buddies and the mainstream comic book community. He doesn't have to be a YouTube personality. He hasn't been canceled. That is correct. That's something, I say that before I started doing YouTube myself, getting other people, other influencers to talk about my books was part of the plan. Right? Influencer marketing is a thing. It always has been. And sometimes you're the influencer. Sometimes you find people who are influencers to talk about your stuff. That too is a legitimate market plan.
I didn't know how to.
What? You told me to.
I almost shot you.
Look at this.
Jeremiah says, I'm in it for the long haul, Mike. Can't wait to see where Blacklist goes. Me too, Jeremiah. Thank you for your support, brother.
Something at shush. No.
Mm, as corny as it sounds, it's about being part of something bigger, says Roscoe. Seeing an artist's dreams come to pass and having art stories characters that will be enjoyed for years to come. I think so too. And then, like, you know, guys sitting here watching me draw this, it's like when you buy the book, or if you buy the book and then you have it, and then you're like looking at the pages, you're like, ah, I remember Mike drawing that, you know?
Hmm.
It's
Random
something
now.
so cool that none of us had access to when we were,
Oh no.
you know?
Yeah.
Let's see if this
That's when I went to conventions. Get a glimpse of
on what?
the people behind the scenes.
No, I'm just using another.
Now we're seeing it like every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
It's like, this is so cool.
Mm.
I'm just thinking.
Mark Anthony, what $20 a book,
It's an auto
$4 a comic?
Yeah, no.
Graphic novels versus
Level 7 already.
comics. I am considering knocking my price down for the unsigned books for the next campaign.
What do you mean?
Oh, and because like this last couple times I did $20 for unsigned and then $25 for signed.
Yeah.
Most people still buy the signed one,
Mm-hmm.
but if there are people who just want the book, then maybe I'll try to find a price point, maybe $15.
I know.
Cool. Sold. I'm not really into autographs. I don't know if I bought a signed book from you. Honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just want the book.
Right.
But everyone's different. I mean, I know a lot of people who love getting signatures from comic book creators. So,
Yeah.
because again, it's like it gives you that. It's like you're getting a piece of them, you know, when you actually get their signature.
Yeah. And then, eventually they can't sign anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. But yeah, I think maybe I'll do 15 this time around.
Cool.
Either that or just raise the price of the signed
Mhm.
book. What if I did both? 15 unsigned, $30 signed.
Wow.
Because I know, like what's his face? Rich is charging $100 for signed ones.
You're talking about your boy Zach?
Yeah,
How much?
100.
Wow.
The signed ones are 100. The unsigned ones are 20 or something like that.
Wow. Well, yeah. Because I know it's a lot of work to have to sign hundreds of comics.
Yeah, thousands.
So probably after the first couple of issues, it starts getting a little old for the creators. There's like, how can I cut this down a little? I know.
It's signing the book because I sign them with paint pens, not with Sharpies.
Yeah.
It becomes a whole nother process.
Mhm.
And it takes, it took days and days to sign all the books on the last big campaign.
Yeah.
So I'm not, and I wasn't really charging.
Mhm.
I was just discounting the unsigned ones.
Right. Yeah. Maybe you're gonna be putting that much effort into it then.
Yeah. Well, maybe, it's like I told you with the commissions, I charged what I charged for commissions because I didn't want to do them.
Yeah, you do that sometimes when you're freelancing. It's like, do I really want to work for this person? Do I really want to do this job?
Right.
Okay, I'll give them this estimate, hoping that is too much. And if
Yep,
if they do agree with it, then then they're paying for. I call it a grief charge.
Right. Peter says 35 to 40 is max for me to pay for a signed copy. Who in their right mind would pay $100 for his autograph? Hey, you never know.
Yeah, I think a fair number of people would, but
Somebody should go look it up. Go see how many of his books, how many signed books he's sold versus how many of the unsigned ones.
I'm sure he sold quite a bit.
It's probably a fair amount.
Yeah.
But that would be nice for me not to have to sign thousands of books.
That's one way to do it. So,
and it would be, a nice price break for the others, for people who don't want it.
Definitely. Because if I have someone's signature once, I don't need it on everything. Because I have like Doug's signature on Bigfoot Bill. I don't need it on Bigfoot Bill 2 or Earthworm Jim or whatever. It's just like, because again, it's like my ultimate goal is just I want to get the work. I want to get the comic that they're making, not their John Hancock. So.
All right.
Hmm.
72 signatures sold. Which campaign was that, Jeremiah?
Probably the latest one, I'm guessing. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to know what the fans think. What do you guys think? I need some fan suggestion interaction here on this subject.
Well, I'm a fan.
I know. I more than one though.
Who wants cheaper comics? Raise your hand.
The latest one?
What's it called? Grand Bazaar? His latest issue.
That's his latest.
Shut up. No, you're kissing up.
Jeremiah says, I'm going to back the early bird, so I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. No, I don't know. All right.
How much till nuke for you? How much till nuke?
You've set a precedence for $25 signed 48 pages. Bad move to raise that unless someone else is given as well. Something else is given as well.
46.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. If the signed books come with like an extra trading card or something.
7%.
That is a good incentive.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
How about
that makes sense.
Yeah, something like that, huh?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Of course, you wouldn't get it because you're not buying the sign.
Well, I'm not really into trading cards either. It's like I'm into comics. So if they're signed, that's cool. If they're not signed, I'm not going to worry about it. If I don't get a trading card, I'm not going to worry about that much because ultimately I'm in it for the comic, the story, and the art.
All right. Or rather than a trading card, I could do a mini print.
A mini print.
Yeah.
Like a mini poster, you mean?
No, just something about the size of a comic,
Oh, yeah.
With a separate piece of art that's not available anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. That might make me buy the signature then. I may get sucked in by that. Don't do it, Mike. It's a trading card.
Mini print it is.
Oh.
Jeremiah, what do you mean he changed his signature tier? What was that? What did he do?
See, everyone's fine with that. Everyone's fine with it. Yeah, I love
I'm just gonna buy the unsigned version and then just sign it, Mike S. Miller. All right. That is another option. Heck, you could burn it for all I care.
As long as you do it on YouTube.
It makes for great YouTube, yeah.
Concrete. It's the best city stuff.
Make sure you have one of your children in the area.
No, concrete.
They really enjoy it. Watching comic books burn.
No, city. City's garbage. There's always
Right.
Just pretend they're all homeless people. Get it.
Speed lines. I'm doing speed lines. Yeah.
Oh man, ouch. Oh no. No, Mike.
What?
Oh no, Mike. Not his eye.
Yep.
Oh,
Kills first.
oh wow.
Shunk.
Now, Mike, question. He's done all that in one move before while the head's still spinning in the air.
No, see, he grabbed the head.
It would have been cooler if he did like cut it off in midair and then while it was spinning. Chunk.
Yeah, that would have been cooler. Where have you been? I might bend this knife back a little.
Dang, ouch. That is wow. That is wow.
Oops. Oops.
My finger
Poor guy. Aw,
Right? Terrible. Terrible. Who does things like this to people?
believe that.
All right. Now I need, let's see.
just
What is the vanishing line here? Is here? Hips, hips, hips.
What type of blade is he using that can cut through a bone and muscle like that?
I killed everyone.
Made of adamantium?
It's, yeah. Special blade. It's shut up blade. Shut up, Jason. Are you gonna ruin it?
Oh wow. Okay. I'm guessing either that guy's going to a fancy dress ball or it's set in the past.
No comment.
Okay.
Reardon Metal. That's right, Mark Anthony. It's Reardon Metal.
Those are too many panels, Mike.
This is how I cheat.
Oh, for brick. Gotcha. Mm.
Do, 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 do. Oops.
Aha. The secret's revealed.
Oh. Comic book artists' professional secrets.
Another dude. He just falls.
All right.
Probably about the right
Kill
distance.
the lady. How dare you?
No, it's not one.
That's so tired. You can't say damn. I think that's what songs play on. Hit or miss.
There we go. Then do it again.
Actually, no, it's
Duplicate layer.
not one TikTok song. Thanks. What? You're not allowed to.
Perspective.
That'll be like, oh, here you are, yeah.
Yachty. Oh shoot. What do I have to do here? It's supposed to be tighter, huh?
He was like a
No.
father to me. Yeah, every single thing.
Hmm.
I don't want to be that tight though.
He was like a father to me. He was like a father to me.
Oops.
It was so funny when Water Sheep died. He's like,
All right.
he was like a father to me.
Sometimes it's hard to get this,
His
especially in
face, you
alleyways and
can't
stuff.
really kill him.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Tortured Water Sheep. He was like a father.
I guess that's about right.
Looks good.
All right. Then merge these two.
No.
M.
Huh.
There we go.
Cool. Nice.
I killed
Horse.
someone.
To do it here too.
Hit or miss. But you never miss.
This is another thing that makes it easier.
Yeah. Having to redraw bricks every panel can get a little monotonous.
Yeah.
This is like the colonial version of Jack the Ripper.
Something along those lines.
Cool. Cool.
Oh wait, yeah. Let me keep shrinking this down and then this perspective.
Oh, I know. I'm really close to it. Everyone's spawning in this one corner. I'm putting my sentry down.
I could do it all the way to the wall. Wait, where's horizon line?
Hmm.
All right, probably here. All right, so let me.
I found a perfect spot because it's just everyone spawns here. Just bang, bang, bang,
Oops.
bang, bang,
Here.
Hmm.
Mask that. Delete that and delete that. Those bricks the right size? No, they are not. All right, let's shrink that down a little.
I don't know what I'm gonna get. A sniper rifle?
Oh, wait. Wait a
does it
second.
instantly hit?
How did that?
I'm getting it.
How am I losing the rest of my mask? Oh.
The brick should be smaller.
Yeah.
I know what this. But I want to get the other. Yeah, it has like a scope on it. I hope you can aim it. I have this now. It's probably not the best.
Well,
Oops. Dang it. What am I doing? What are you doing? V. That's a weird thing about this new Photoshop is you have to actually be right there, so
Yeah.
be touching. Dadgummit.
Someone got it.
There it is. No, I don't want you linked. Ugh.
So you have the subscription to Adobe
Yeah.
Suite.
I hate I love it. God, your century does very
It's good enough for government work.
all of them. I have still one of my centuries I've put in the
All right. And then I will put this one in here. Transform. Oops. Transform.
I just don't.
Transform. Drop that in there.
Rose
Let's get.
I died from a century from a guy that's level 100. Yay!
Select and vanish. All right, let's get rid of that layer. Oh shoot, I still need to do my
But I got like
stinking grid. All right, brush.
Whoa.
What the heck? Why is it not drawing?
If I could like each minute, I see you guys.
The book is done. Gary Shipman's book is done. Yes, 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 yes. Is this the wall from the Critics comics? No. I still owe Critias a cover. Still got to do him a cover. Dadgummit.
I hope that comes out eventually.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I hated that everybody just dumped on him for screwing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he screwed up.
Yeah.
Crucify him. He screwed up.
I did like that idea that a bunch of people would do a page each, like the fans of the book, to try to get it done. Like donate a page.
Help.
Yeah. So that'd be fun. It'd be a true community effort. It'd be interesting to read.
So that is about as detailed as I need to get
Yeah.
before I print out.
Cool.
Kills kill roof.
Looks good.
Thank you all. Save it and then flatten it. Delete that layer. Then I convert it to blue.
Oh yeah, it's 2, sorry.
There it is. Save that as a JPEG. And I say, gosh, I hope nobody just read that. Don't forget to back Death Ray of Dr. Vindictus from Serena Sketches and Friends. I want fun. Oh, I haven't even seen that. If he has money to sue for the CG trademark, then he has also for making. He didn't sue for the CG trademark. What? Sue for the CG trademark?
I think they're having a separate conversation.
Oh, I gotta go.
I think they're talking about Preston Poulter or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
The whole surface spawning in that corner.
Here's a weird thing. I can't print from this computer because every time I try to download the drivers from my
Right.
thing, it doesn't work. So I can't print 11 by 17.
Huh.
I know, right?
So how have you been doing it?
I upload the file to my
I'm nuking. Bye.
to my I sent it to my Mac basically.
You just
Okay.
got wrecked.
Page layouts. Oh my gosh.
And you're working on a tablet when you're doing this on
And I work on a
Cintiq?
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, did you have your
Mike sold his original art piece for the cover. Critias made Mike look bad with that.
Did you nuke
Critias didn't mean to make me look bad with that. That was just a kind of a cluster stuff of misunderstandings.
What map is I feel like this is an OG map. Like the first map you ever.
So let me go to. I gotta send this to the artist and the author. Whoops. Shoot. Nobody saw that. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second.
Good for you. I'm on.
Oh man.
And then I'm gonna show this to the author.
Careful.
Where's the best? Blue looks like blue is like doo doo doo.
Alrighty. Mike screwed up again.
Confirmed.
15 people here. Nobody saw nothing. You're all
Nobody saw nothing.
quiet. Quiet, please. Quiet on the set. Thank you. Nice Discord. Thank you, Michael. All right. Jason, I'm going to let you take over for a minute while I go print this out.
Okay, cool. Hey everybody. Here's Electra that I'm doing for Vicky Verse. And if you haven't already, you should go subscribe to my channel, Illustration by Design on YouTube. That's how Vicky won this. And I did a 500 subscriber giveaway about a month ago, actually. So yeah, if you haven't already, go over to Illustration by Design, subscribe to my channel. You can see me do live streams. I do unboxings and other stuff, speed drawings, a lot of fun comic book type stuff. But I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, staying out of trouble. Unlike Matt Cosson, who is running around and fighting for liberty throughout his area of the country. So, but anyway, let me see here. Let me go over to the YouTubes. Mike Draws Comics. All right. Victor says, I don't remember Electra ever having hair like that. Well, it's a comic book drawing, so she has whatever hair the artist decides that she wants to have. And this is just a kind of cool, flowy hair that I wanted her to have for this drawing. So that's why she looks like that. Mark Anthony says, chaos is fun. Jimmy's trying to ink hair like his daddy Mike. I don't think Mike inks hair like this. Actually, I'm trying to, well, I guess at least in terms of this part, the highlight of the hair, I'm trying to mimic what I've been seeing. I've been watching a lot of manga artists on YouTube and trying to just sort of pick up tips in terms of how to draw certain things. And I've always had trouble drawing hair, especially the highlights. I can never quite figure out how they do that. So I've been watching manga artists the past probably a couple months and just trying to glean some info in terms of how to improve my own art. So that's where this sort of comes from. The actual look of it, in terms of the shape, that's just whatever. I was sketching. I thought that looks kind of cool, so that's why that looks like that. Joe K asks, Jason, is that a zebra brush pen? No, this is what's called an acacia thin line brush pen, and you can get these on Amazon.com. They're fairly cheap. They cost about $8 each, and they last a long time. They're very good. I really like them for doing fine lines for comic book work. I also have the Pentel brush pen, which is also a really good pen, but I use this mainly because it's not as fine as this thin line brush pen. I mainly use the Pentel brush pen for filling in large areas of black, like her hair. But for doing the actual line work for the figure, especially at this size, this drawing is only what is this? This is 4 by 6. What is this? It's yeah, 4.5 by 6. So for smaller artwork or even comic book artwork, I tend to use this brush pen for doing outlines, and then the Pentel for filling in blacks. So
I'm a chimpanzee.
but anyway.
Easy.
Man, Victor is harsh. Victor is a harsh critic.
Oh, that's you, Simon. Some random dude. I'm still on top.
So how many of you guys have seen the new Justice League movie? The new animated movie. It's called Dark Side War. Or Apocalypse War. Sorry. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend watching it. But with this caveat, it is not for children. It is definitely rated R. So if you have children, if you have young teenagers, like 12, 13, they should not watch it. it's a fairly tough R, but it is good. A lot of action, a lot of good content in it, but also a lot of swearing, a lot of violence. It's pretty graphic, and a lot of people get killed. But that being said, it's a good movie. It's an interesting movie, and it sort of sets up the I don't know if I want to say it. Watch it if you have a chance, and you like that sort of movie. Check out Justice League Apocalypse War. I think you'll enjoy it. So. Mike's back.
I'm back.
He's back. Good. I can stop that.
Running of the seams. They are at the printer now, but there's still time to back Lone Star. Hard to the hero. Yeah. They're at the printer, but they won't be in my hands until June 9th. I'm not thrilled. But it is what it is. Such is life and all that. Fried rice. My mom brought fried rice over. Is my red ruler over there? An hour and a half ago? Or around 50 minutes ago? Is my red ruler over there? I love that nobody listens. All right, thank you. Can I pause? I can mute. Hold on. Jason, you're on.
I am drawn. Let's see here. I'm looking forward to the movie theaters opening again. That's the one downside of this whole shutdown that I'm a little sad about. It's I like going to the movies, and I would love to see things like Black Widow and some of these other films on the big screen rather than having to wait for probably another 6 months before they actually show up.
Why is this printing crooked? It's so annoying.
What are you trying to do, Mike?
Well, my printer is printing. You can see here at the bottom of the page, it's like the line is
Oh my gosh.
crooked, which is really annoying since I had all these lines lined up for this panel.
Yeah.
But then at the top, it's not crooked.
Is the page
Something it's feeding faster on this side of the page as it's printing.
Is the page itself square?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Make sure, because I a lot of paper I have, even when it's
Yeah, I've had that issue too, but no.
Okay.
My printer's feeding too fast on the right side.
Gotcha.
Dadgummit!
Dag nabbit.
Or it's feeding too slow on the left side. I don't really know. Probably feeding too slow on the left. Wait, is that the case?
Enemy spawn rate.
Hell with it. To hell with it, I say.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, Jiminy is not old enough to be my father, and he's certainly too old to be my son, Victor.
Actually, I'm older than Mike, so if anyone's going to be the father, it's not going to be Mike.
That's correct. We're going to quarter.
I know.
I might be better off just not framing these out like this next time and just printing it and then drawing in my bounding boxes by hand.
Just sniping me out.
8/4. That works.
Mushroom?
Yeah, Roscoe Davis, I thought about looking at that Scooby-Doo movie. I just haven't done it yet. Isn't it any good?
Try to snipe me. I'm just.
Because I know it has Blue Falcon and Dynamite in it.
What?
I'm big fans of them.
Someone else knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out in about 10 minutes here.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for having me, Mike.
It's Dougie Fish
That's
here.
it.
Thanks for
Square this up
You're going to
before I go.
showing this process to all of us.
Yes, the process is real.
Yeah, no, I kind of know what you're doing, but it's always interesting to see how individual artists approach, the same problem. So very cool. It's cool seeing seeing how the sausage is being made.
Right.
Wow.
Well, for me, it is important that my storytelling and my structure are the strong points because, all the rest is kind of style and fluff. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, details are fun and everything, but boy, you can look at somebody like, what's his name that did Josh Middleton.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Like Josh Middleton or like Cheeks, right? And super simplistic, but because their structure and their storytelling is bang on, just beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
Or you look at someone who just clogs up their artwork with detail, but obviously they don't understand structure, and it just drives you nuts. Drives me nuts, anyways. Apparently, it doesn't drive everybody nuts, but to each their own, I suppose. And I don't want to name any names, but there's plenty of people like that. And the 90s were filled with artists like that.
Oh, yeah. I remember, what was his name? Stephen Platt. Splat.
Splat. However, dude, Stephen Platt has become a phenomenal artist.
Yeah, I haven't. Does he still do comics?
I don't know. I just saw some stuff. He was either on Twitter or Instagram or something recently, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, see, now if you took that attention to detail and style and you layer it on top of excellent structure and storytelling, that is to me that's the epic combination.
Gotcha.
But that's why I harp so much on the fundamentals. The fundamentals of comic book is structure and storytelling. And if you ain't got that, then I'm not a fan.
Mr. Hellstrom 74 asked, Mike, any thoughts on Joe Jusko? Have you met him?
I have not met him. I have not. Thoughts on his art? He's a very skilled painter.
Yeah.
Not really anything else to say. I never heard any bad things about him.
Yeah. I know of him because he does the covers for the Doc Savage novels. He's been doing them since the 90s. So
I didn't even know they were still making Doc Savage.
Oh yeah. They Will Murray took over writing them when they ran out of the original reprinting the original Pope novels again back in the 90s, and Will Murray started writing new ones, and they're very good. They're very good novels. And actually, Will Murray also, I think he was or is still, if they're still making them, he was doing the Remo Williams novels as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, which were I love those. Those are so fun. Really, really funny books. But yeah, they're still in production. The Doc Savage books, they it comes out maybe like one a year. So. But yeah, Jusko's still doing those covers. It's cool because he's still using the same model
Julie Bell.
They've been using since the 60s when James Bama was doing those Doc Savage covers.
Doesn't he use Julie Bell?
No, Julie Bell.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I thought that was his wife / model.
No. You're thinking of Forrest Viejo.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Joe Jusko is he's similar to Viejo style, but I don't think Joe Jusko uses live models like Boris does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Joe Jusko is using photographs of the original model for Doc Savage from the 60s, who passed away probably about a decade ago. But they still have tons of photographs that James Bama, who's a phenomenal illustrator who used to do the Doc Savage novels covers. They're still using those photographs to make the new covers for the new books.
Gotcha. So
it's kind of an interesting process.
The behind the scenes.
Yes.
I killed a guy that was just spinning in circles.
Chat dead AF. Well, there's only 18 people in here.
You want to liven up the chat? You got to chat.
There's only 18 people, and we're talking, so people are listening.
Yeah.
If you were chatting, that means you're not listening. Jusko did tons of Conan covers.
Yeah.
That was the chat, by the way.
I always like Neil Adams covers for the Tarzan books.
Neil Adams?
Yeah, he did some covers for Tarzan books back in, I think, in the early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
They look good. I always liked them.
Man, there was a Twitter poll last week or something about Neil Adams.
Oh, really?
Or about who the most influential artists were. And it's Neil Adams.
I'm not surprised.
No, he didn't get it because some other Twitter jackass sent his legions of people to go vote on it for himself.
What?
But yeah, but the practical reality is Neil Adams is the most influential. You can trace the lineage of most comic book artists today to Neil Adams.
Probably. I mean, like Bill Sienkiewicz,
Mhm.
complete Neil Adams clone when he first started comics. I mean, he was like almost line for line, just like Neil Adams. And then he broke out of when he started like Moon Knight. But by the time he was working on New Mutants, I mean, he had formed his own style and he was a phenomenal artist. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Neil Adams is easily one of the most influential.
Yeah. I've said it before. I don't know Neil Adams, so I don't have an opinion on his personality.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, he's hands down almost. I mean, I can't think of. I don't know. Can you think of an artist whose lineage does not go back to Neil Adams?
Jack Kirby.
I'm talking about modern artists. I'm not talking about the ones before him. Because our generation, most of us were John Byrne, but John Byrne was Neil Adams, right?
Yeah, but even our generation, it's like Neil Adams was like a big name, big influence. I mean, everyone we grew up with. I mean, our idea of Batman is based on Neil Adams' version.
Yeah. So he was like the Jim Lee of that entire generation.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that copy Jim Lee, but Jim Lee wouldn't have been here without Neil Adams.
Yeah. I mean, even Superman. I mean, you think of Christopher Reeve's Superman. Basically, the embodiment of Neil Adams' version of Superman.
Yeah.
Like, very. I mean, before Neil Adams, Superman was kind of bulky. He's very barrel chested in the comics, and Neil Adams really streamlined him. And he looked exactly like Christopher Reeve's version.
I have a super good sniper.
The recent Ra's al Ghul run by Adams is absolute garbage, though. He sold out on that one. Oh no, he hasn't done anything good in years. But that's not what influence is, right? Neil Adams is foundational to, like I said, it's the family tree of comic book artists today. We're all the grandchildren or great grandchildren of Neil Adams, practically. Almost all of us. Again, trying hard to think of someone who's not.
Okay, so here's someone who's probably not. Just from off the top of my head, Mike Mignola.
But I wonder if Mike Mignola would say that.
I don't know, but just based on, I mean, I've been, from the first time I've seen him, I've never seen any sort of influence of Neil Adams in his work.
Right. First time I saw him was on the Hulk, and that's it was on Alpha Flight.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw him was
that's when I quit Alpha Flight.
Yeah. I think the first time I saw his work was a Namor story for Marvel Fanfare back in mid 80s. And it was like nothing I'd ever seen before. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. It's so graphic. That
you got one. You got one. Anybody else? I mean, there's people that come from other schools who probably like Mobius and heavy metal stuff and
right.
But American comics just it's almost ubiquitous,
Yeah.
So I think the fact that someone would bum rush that poll to boost their own ego.
Do you remember the name of the person who won?
Yeah, I do.
You want to say it or no?
Ethan Van Sciver.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh, come on.
He sent his freaking minions.
That's ridiculous.
To go bum rush that poll because he's
even
Ethan Van Hubris.
Like 54, you're probably.
I mean, even Ethan is you see a lot of you can see Neil's influence on Ethan's work.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the detail.
Brian Bowen wouldn't be here without Neil
Get
Adams.
roasted.
All right.
Shot you from across the map.
Some people can't get out of their own way. All right, I got to wrap this up. Jim Lee was more like Silvestri. Jim Lee was influenced by John Byrne, who was influenced by Neil Adams. I'm telling you, he's the great, or even great grandfather.
Grandpappy.
You know, Silvestri too. Mark Anthony rolling eyes. No kidding. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. We're going to wrap it up. Everybody go subscribe to Jason at Illustration by Design. Are you going to start streaming? I'm going to go for a walk.
Me? Yeah, maybe I'll start streaming and finish this off. So
maybe he'll start streaming and finish that off.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for being here. God bless you all. See you later.
You guys take care. Bye.